Hello and welcome to the EV6 product introduction. I'm Ioannis Roussis and I'm very glad to share with you the key information about the EV6, and hopefully at the end of this presentation you will learn all the key details and cool features that will make you admire the EV6 even more. The new EV6 is a core part of a major shift for the Kia brand. We recently redesigned our brand in terms of its identity, design philosophy, product outlook and communication. We target to become a game-changer brand and create exciting products while embarking into a design evolution. It is within that prism that we need to look at the new Kia EV6, since it's the first manifestation of the new Kia direction. EV6 is the first execution of the Plan S that starts a product offensive until 2025. It is key for the Kia brand, and more importantly, it will enable us to attract customers that wouldn't consider a Kia car before. It will establish Kia as a major electric vehicle player and also initiate Kia's design evolution. The car from the front has a very bold look due to the muscular front fenders and the hood nerves that give a strong, powerful feeling to the vehicle. Since we don't have an engine under the hood, our designers managed to create a completely new look for the bonnet and the way it fades to the sides, creating volumes and amazing proportions. With the absence of a radiator, the car points down, creating a strong front look, while the new digital tiger nose that is shaped through the design of the full LED headlamps introduces a new progressive look. The daytime running lights have a very sleek and modern design and provide a distinctive character to the front of the vehicle. Below this, a lower air intake visually widens the front of the car, accentuating its high-tech image. The side profile displays a sleek and aerodynamic crossover silhouette. A character line runs along from the front to the bottom of the doors, going upwards to the wheel arches to create a unique look and create a feeling of elongating the vehicle. The mirrors and the window surroundings are high glossy black, creating a visual separation between the body and the roof line, and this adds an extra touch into the sportiness and dynamism of this vehicle. An interesting design and aerodynamic touch comes from the flash door handles, which are part of the body, but also feature an automatic pop-out function for easier access. This vehicle features stunning 20-inch alloy wheels, especially designed to improve the aerodynamic performance of the vehicle while making it stand out. Depending on the final configuration, the EV6 comes with a range of designs and dimensions with 19, 20 and 21 inches to choose from. Following the character line from the side to the rear of the EV6, it makes a clear statement with its unique-looking rear LED light guide that spans across the rear of the vehicle and gives a very distinctive look to the car, something that everybody driving behind will remember for sure. The rear turning signals are hidden under a translucent chrome finish that extends the lower part of the trunk door, delivering a firm and high-tech look to the vehicle. At the top sits a prominent wing-type aero roof spoiler that channels air downwards towards a raised rear spoiler. On the lower part, we have a black glossy rear diffuser with a centered position reverse light that complements the powerful look of the EV6. The rear of the car also hides the charging port that is strategically positioned on the rear right side. With the charging port at that spot, the EV6 has the easiest access to the chargers close to it. I would like now to hand it over to the fleet and residual value team.
Hello everybody, my name is Peter Rudas and I'm your host for today's dedicated launch presentation for the fleet and residual value community. It is our pleasure to have you with us, and believe me, we are just as excited about the arrival of the new EV6 as you are. The Kia EV6 is not only the first Kia with a dedicated battery electric vehicle platform, but also one that took the needs of our private and corporate customers into account right from the get-go. In order to better explain this to you, let me introduce Mr. Mark Howlett, Head of Fleet and Remarketing at Kia Europe.
Thanks, Peter. And a warm welcome everybody from my side too.
Mark, why is it so special to have the full flexibility of creating a BEV from the ground up with its own electric-only platform?
Well, Peter, that's a good question, and one that we asked ourselves at the beginning of the journey with EV6. We asked ourselves, what are the EV experiences that we are used to today, and how would we actually want to live them if we were less technologically restricted? What would a fully electric vehicle look like if we let our customers guide the hands of our designers and engineers whilst embodying Kia's new brand identity? The goal was not only to create something new and modern, but a vehicle that would stand the test of time and remain desirable for several years in the future. So not just for the new car buyer today, but also the second life owner and those thereafter, which naturally supports a positive life cycle effect and the ease of vehicle remarketing following the first ownership cycle.
This sounds like a planned approach that considers a longer time horizon than usual. What makes you think that Kia has taken the right steps to achieve this?
Well, we have been producing and selling fully electric vehicles for quite some years now, with the current lineup of e-Niro and e-Soul proving to be very successful for us. So talking to our corporate customers and looking into various studies on the factors that influence the purchase of electric vehicles, after driving range, ultra-fast charging is a very important factor. Combining the requirements of long-distance travel capability with the flexibility offered by minimal charging times, EV6 meets these requirements with both excellent driving range and battery charging times. Furthermore, we will be introducing 7 all-new, fully dedicated battery electric vehicles over the next 7 years.
Yes, Kia somehow always manages to surprise the industry with some ambitious plans that we actually even implement. What's the role of the fleet community in this regard?
The fleet channel is becoming increasingly important within the European car market, particularly with the trend towards mobility and electrification. And we see great growth potential with our corporate customers, particularly now with EV6. In fact, already over the last 7 years, the majority of our sales volume increase in Europe has been through demand-led growth from our fleet customers and of course their company car drivers. This is driven by a more relevant product offering for the business community, which means well-designed, nice-looking cars with the right powertrains. We even built the trim lines of EV6 with our corporate customers in mind, focusing on the most usable, value-adding equipment items. And with EV6, you will even find Kia-typical high levels of standard equipment with a logical range walk up to the top-end GT trim, and we hope that this will provide good flexibility and levels of specification to choose from for the user-chooser community. With EV6, we really did try to keep an eye on the big picture. We knew that for our fleet customers, a competitive TCO, or total cost of ownership, is crucial, including a stable, high-value retention throughout the vehicle lifecycle. This is why the market relevance of the vehicle and the related residual value performance played such a central role from the early concept development of the EV6.
Thanks, Mark. You know that the RV and TCO topics are actually really right up my street. We also have Mr. Bartolom Michalak here today, Manager Used Cars and Remarketing. Hello, Bart.
Hi, Peter.
Bart, who better to ask than you about the main residual value relevant considerations in the case of the EV6? Could you please walk us through them?
Gladly. In general, we believe that there will be always a market for attractive-looking, well-sized vehicles with a future-proof powertrains and cutting-edge technology. Size and practicality are always among the most crucial factors when we look to purchase a new or used car. The fact that EV6 is a fully electric car with a dedicated BEV-only platform means that its technical components beneath the surface have a completely different layout compared to other models which are sharing the platform with ICE variants. From a design perspective, this means that no compromise needs to be made, giving the designers more flexibility to create something unique on the outside while maximizing interior space and comfort on the inside. Peter, what are your first impressions looking at EV6 finally in person?
One of the biggest challenges to convey through the camera is the impression that the exterior dimensions make when you see the EV6 for the first time in front of you. It's quite hard to show you exactly how wide and how low EV6 looks in real life, especially for a crossover. We are only used to seeing such dimensions from luxury sports segments. Yet, with EV6, there is no compromise on the practicality. Sporty, sloping roof lines can sometimes affect rear-view visibility or eat into the headspace, especially in the back row. Here again, the unique design of EV6 allows for having your cake and eating it too. Of course, we have all the electronic aids and cameras to assist on top of the good old-fashioned mirrors as well. If nothing else works, you can even choose to let EV6 park itself.
Of course, we are very proud of the completely new look of EV6, our flagship model of the future that introduces the next level of Kia's brand identity and design language.
You're right, Bart, about this new relationship between the exterior and interior dimensions. In fact, the total length of EV6 is similar to that of a C-segment car, absolutely suited for parking in the city centers, while the interior space is closer to that of a D-segment car, with the best luggage capacity among the peers at 520 liters, plus an additional 52 liters in the front trunk. Just imagine the effect of having a 20 centimeter longer wheelbase than the Kia Optima. By the way, I am 190 centimeters tall, and thanks to the completely flat floor, this is how I sit in the back. It's one of the first surprises you'll notice when you sit inside the car, both in the front and in the back.
The one aspect that everybody is talking about with EV6 is the battery technology, which makes it extremely innovative in the mainstream segment. This is also one of the most crucial factors from the residual value perspective. Peter, you have quite an EV background for you. Tell me, what are the main highlights for this vehicle?
Well, Bart, for me these are the range and the charging times. The battery itself, which is capable of an over 510 km of range, the equivalent of traveling from Paris to Amsterdam, for example, is very reliable also, and you can have full confidence in having an EV capable of these long journeys even after many years of ownership. Even the entry trim will have around 400 km of range. The ultra-fast charging capability, thanks to the 800-volt technology, sets the new standard in short waiting times at motorway charging stations. We are talking about approximately twice the speed of any mainstream competitors currently on the market. Translated into real-world figures, this means 10 to 80% charge in just 18 minutes, or an additional 100 kilometers of range after only 4.5 minutes. This, combined with the possibility to have your fuel station right at home, makes EV6 the ideal everyday companion. Mark, let's talk a little more about the charging experience. After all, it is not only about being able to plug in your EV, but also seamless integration into the vehicle's connected technologies. What are the most important advantages of EV6, especially when we think about both private and corporate customers?
Well, Peter, with EV6, the Kia Charge app, combined with access to the Ionity fast charging network, is the key to a seamless EV user experience. In fact, Kia is a member of the Ionity network, which allows us to offer our customers a solution to drive throughout Europe and gain direct access to the fast charging network of 400 stations with up to 350 kilowatt rapid chargers. All of this is of course integrated into both the Kia Charge app as well as in the in-car navigation system. Both systems can even indicate the availability of the charging stations in real time. For access to public charging stations, Kia Charge is already live in 8 European countries and still growing, enabling to locate charging stations, to charge and to receive a monthly invoice with different pricing models. For business purposes, we deliver also a one invoice solution for company car drivers. Employees can give their invoice to their employer with the detailed information for all charging consumption and get the charging costs refunded where appropriate. This USP aggregates both public and home charging sessions into one detailed overview.
The EV6 certainly looks the business. But it's not all business, it's supposed to be a lot of fun too. You see, the exterior design already hints at a dynamic driver experience that is not just for show and which you will have the opportunity to experience very soon. Knowing that the new eGMP platform with the 800-volt technology is capable of providing supercar-like power, our high-performance GT version of the EV6 might still hold some surprises for you with over 580 horsepower. After all, it's not only the brain but also the heart deciding for a car, and this goes for both new and used car customers. By the way, there are also not many EVs with a towing capacity of up to 1,600 kg. EV6 will be available with both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions. Especially with the latter, we expect that one of the most exciting feelings will be launching the EV6 from a standstill. Luckily, As on all EVs, we have very low wear and tear of the electric components, so you can do launch control starts all day long without any drawbacks on the total cost of ownership.
The total cost of ownership aspect is further supported by the current governmental subsidies landscape. As you know, in many countries, battery electric vehicles like the new EV6 here benefit from significant advantages when it comes to company and driver taxation policies. Finally, it goes without saying that, as for all Kia models, EV6 is also covered by the Kia 7-year warranty.
The driver center ergonomics are reflected into the interior design. Everything is easy to reach, and even the infotainment is simple to use without distracting from driving. We felt it important to maintain a harmonious blend of both high-tech and some of the more traditional features. For example, having real buttons for adjusting the audio volume or the climate control. After all, it should all be about ease of use, which is timeless. Therefore, our intention was to create a unique yet instantly familiar interior space.
Nonetheless, innovation and the passenger experience was still a key aspect for developing the new interior too. Look at these beautiful dual curved 12-inch high-definition displays, for example. EV6 also comes with our new augmented reality head-up display that introduces a next-level navigation experience. It projects the route on the street ahead of the driver, allowing key information to remain inside. The full matrix LEDs with adaptive high beam function will keep everything else ahead of the driver perfectly illuminated. In terms of safety technologies, EV6 includes the latest highway driving assist with lane change support, lane follow assist, forward collision avoidance with junction turning and crossing, surround view monitor and blind view monitor all inside the cluster. With EV6, we are introducing some new interior materials built with durability and quality of feel in mind. The fact that some of them come from recycled materials is only an added benefit. So Bart, what else is important from the residual value protection aspect for the next generation of Kia models?
Well, the elegant and harmonious interior together with high-quality materials will permit to EV6 to fit with future design trends and to respond to durability requirements. With connectivity becoming central in our lives, so it is with EV6. The best way to keep the software up to date is via OTA or over-the-air updates. We are very happy to announce that the new EV6 has OTA capability both for the maps and the infotainment software. The updates can be done in a remote or wireless way, whilst driving or when the vehicle is stationary, with no impact on your mobility. This enables the EV6 to become a vehicle that can evolve and get even better over time with features that could be introduced in the future. As on all Kia models, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will also come as a standard.
Oh, by the way, during the time of this video, the new Kia EV6 could have charged an additional 400 plus kilometers at an Ionity rapid charging station. As you can see, we are all really excited about the arrival of the new Kia EV6. This is only the beginning of an inspiring journey on which we would like to take you with us. We hope to see you soon in person, preferably from the driver's seat of the EV6. Stay safe.
Kia, movement that inspires.